Stepping away from the fast-paced cycle of fast fashion isn't just a personal choice. It's a statement about the world we want to live in. From saving money to making a positive environmental impact, the reasons to break up with fast fashion are compelling. Let's dive into the 20 reasons that led to this decision. Reason 1. The vicious cycle of excessive spending. Fast fashion's allure lies in its promise of endless variety at low costs, enticing consumers into a perpetual cycle of purchasing. This illusion of affordability masks the true cost, a continuous drain on personal finances and the cultivation of a consumerist mindset that values quantity over quality. The habit of accumulating more items than we could possibly need or cherish not only depletes our wallets but also distances us from the joy of cherishing a well-loved piece of clothing. Reason 2. Unveiling the illusion of quality. The enticing affordability of fast fashion comes at a hidden price, the sacrifice of quality. Clothes that lose their shape, fade, or unravel after just a few wears become emblematic of a throwaway culture that values temporary trends over lasting value. This relentless cycle of consumption and disposal not only undermines the appreciation for well-crafted garments, but also contributes to a larger pattern of waste and environmental degradation. Reason 3. The environmental toll of fast fashion. The fashion industry's environmental footprint is staggering, encompassing everything from the overuse of water and the pollution of ecosystems with toxic chemicals to the contribution of vast amounts of waste. Fast fashion accelerates these issues, with its rapid production cycles and reliance on resource-intensive materials. The environmental consequences of this industry extend far beyond the closet, affecting water, air, and soil quality on a global scale, and pushing ecosystems to their breaking points. Reason 4. Ethical implications and the cost on human lives. Beyond the environmental impact, fast fashion's ethical implications are profound. The industry is notorious for its exploitation of labor, often in countries where workers' rights are minimal or non-existent. The quest for cheaper, faster production leads to hazardous working conditions, unfair wages, and a blatant disregard for human dignity. By rejecting fast fashion, consumers take a stand against these practices, advocating for a fashion industry that respects both people and the planet. Reason 5. Confronting the waste crisis. The transient nature of fast fashion exacerbates the global waste crisis, with millions of tons of clothing ending up in landfills each year. These discarded garments, many made from non-biodegradable synthetic materials, contribute to the growing problem of textile waste, polluting the environment and squandering valuable resources. The shift away from fast fashion is a step towards addressing this crisis, promoting a more sustainable approach to consumption that prioritizes longevity and environmental stewardship. Reason 6. Water scarcity and fashion's thirst. The fashion industry's water footprint is monumental, particularly in the cultivation of water-intensive crops like cotton and the dyeing processes that pollute waterways. Fast fashion's demand for rapid production amplifies these issues, contributing to water scarcity and pollution. By choosing alternatives to fast fashion, consumers can help alleviate the pressure on this vital resource, supporting practices that are more in harmony with the planet's natural cycles. Reason 7. Chemical contamination and its ripple effects. The production of fast fashion garments involves the use of harmful chemicals in dyeing, treating, and manufacturing processes. These chemicals often end up in rivers and oceans, causing widespread ecological damage. The impact of this pollution is far-reaching, affecting not just aquatic life but also the health of communities dependent on these water sources. Moving away from fast fashion means advocating for a cleaner, safer environment, free from the toxic legacy of clothing production. Reason 8. The carbon footprint of fast fashion. Fast fashion contributes significantly to global greenhouse gas emissions, from the energy-intensive production processes to the transportation of goods across the globe. This industry's carbon footprint is a key driver of climate change, exacerbating extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and other environmental crises. By distancing ourselves from fast fashion, we can reduce our own carbon footprints, contributing to the collective effort to mitigate the impacts of climate change. Reason 9. Cultivating authentic self-expression. In a world dominated by fast fashion, individual style and expression often take a backseat to fleeting trends. The homogenization of fashion not only stifles creativity but also promotes a culture of conformity. Opting out of fast fashion opens the door to exploring personal style in a more thoughtful and authentic way, celebrating uniqueness and creativity over the latest trends. Reason 10. Empowering sustainable and ethical brands. Turning away from fast fashion creates space to discover and support brands that align with values of sustainability and ethics. These brands often go to great lengths to ensure their practices respect the environment and the people involved in the production process. By choosing to support these businesses, consumers can help foster a fashion ecosystem that prioritizes long-term value, quality, and ethical considerations over short-term gains. Reason 11. Rediscovering the value of quality over quantity. In the quest for a more sustainable and meaningful approach to fashion, the mantra of quality over quantity becomes paramount. Investing in well-made, durable pieces not only ensures a longer lifespan for these garments, but also encourages a deeper appreciation for the craftsmanship and materials involved. This shift away from the disposable mentality of fast fashion towards a more curated and thoughtful wardrobe marks a return to valuing the artistry and effort behind each piece. Reason 12. Embracing minimalism and its freedoms. The minimalist movement, with its emphasis on simplicity and intentionality, offers a compelling antidote to the excesses of fast fashion. Adopting a minimalist approach to fashion means prioritizing essentials and finding joy in a smaller, more versatile wardrobe. This philosophy not only reduces waste and consumption, but also frees individuals from the constant pressure to keep up with trends, leading to a more content and focused life. Reason 13. The revival of mending and tailoring skills. One of the unintended consequences of fast fashion is the loss of basic clothing care skills, such as mending and tailoring. By stepping away from disposable fashion, there's a renewed interest in these traditional skills, which not only extend the life of garments, but also foster a sense of connection and pride in one's wardrobe. This revival of hands-on care represents a shift towards sustainability and self-reliance, counteracting the throwaway culture propagated by fast fashion. Reason 14. The rise of mindful consumption. Rejecting fast fashion invites a more mindful approach to shopping, one that encourages consumers to reflect on their purchases and the impact they have on the world. This mindfulness fosters a deeper connection to clothing, transforming it from a mere commodity to a reflection of personal values and lifestyle choices. By being more selective and intentional in our fashion choices, we can create a more sustainable and fulfilling relationship with our clothes. Reason 15. Catalyzing innovation in eco-friendly fashion. As consumers demand alternatives to fast fashion, there's a surge in innovation within the sustainable fashion industry. From developing eco-friendly materials to improving production processes, this wave of innovation is reshaping the landscape of fashion, making it possible to enjoy style without compromising the health of the planet. Supporting these innovations is a key part of the journey away from fast fashion, contributing to a future where fashion and sustainability coexist. Reason 16. Supporting artisans and preserving craftsmanship. Fast fashion's mass production model often overlooks the rich heritage of craftsmanship and artisanal skills. By choosing to support smaller, ethical brands that value traditional techniques and craftsmanship, we help preserve these skills for future generations. This support not only ensures the survival of diverse cultural practices, but also promotes a more personal and meaningful connection to the clothes we wear. Reason 17. Addressing the issue of microplastic pollution. The prevalence of synthetic fibers in fast fashion contributes to the growing problem of microplastic pollution. These tiny particles, shed during washing, infiltrate waterways and marine ecosystems, posing a significant threat to aquatic life and the broader environment. By opting for natural or responsibly sourced materials, we can mitigate this source of pollution, protecting our oceans and the myriad species that call them home. Reason 18. contributing to energy conservation. The transition away from fast fashion is also a step towards energy conservation. Sustainable fashion practices tend to be less energy intensive, relying more on renewable resources and efficient production methods. This reduction in energy consumption is crucial in the global effort to combat climate change, highlighting the role of fashion choices in the broader environmental context. Reason 19. Championing biodiversity and natural habitats. Sustainable fashion practices often prioritize the preservation of natural habitats and biodiversity. By supporting organic farming, responsible sourcing, and other eco-friendly practices, we contribute to the protection of ecosystems that are vital for the planet's health. This commitment to biodiversity not only ensures the sustainability of fashion production, but also helps maintain the balance of our global ecosystem. Reason 20. Forging a path to a sustainable and just world. Ultimately, the decision to quit fast fashion is about envisioning and working towards a better future. It's a commitment to values of sustainability, equity, and compassion, aiming to create a world where fashion is a force for good. This journey is about more than just clothes. It's about shaping a future that respects both people and the planet, inspiring others to join in this transformative movement. By examining these reasons in depth, we gain a comprehensive understanding of the profound impacts our fashion choices have on the world. This journey away from fast fashion is an opportunity to realign our habits with our values, fostering a culture of sustainability, mindfulness, and respect for the dignity of all beings. As we navigate this path, let's celebrate each step towards a more sustainable and ethical approach to fashion, sharing our experiences and insights to inspire and empower others.